Hello and welcome to Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. I'm your host, Mike Bosley. Joining me in a couple moments will be the Executive Director of the Humane Society. That would be Mrs. Deena Pace. But before we do that, it's time to go into Mike's Pet Peeves. Now, Mike's Pet Peeves is merely my opinion, not the opinion of the board, the Humane Society, or really anybody important. It's just me venting, basically. Let's call it what it is. Today, I would like to officially announce my hatred for the Fireplace Channel. I think the Fireplace Channel should be banned, really. It creates horrible, delusional thoughts. First off, that's not what a real fire sounds like. Okay, that sounds more like a couple of M80s under a Rubbermaid trash can. Not that I would know what that sounds like, but that's not what a real fire sounds like. Second off, it does not make your family photo any more festive. I know you've got the matching pajamas, and I know it's the Christmas tree, but nobody has a fireplace hanging 5 feet in the ceiling, 65 inches of HD fire, and you're 28 inches away from it. No, the Fireplace Channel was created in the early 90s when TVs weighed 900 pounds and they stayed on the ground because no one wanted, so it worked. It doesn't work this day and age. Also, if a channel only gets used 1 month of a year, does it really need to be around? I don't get it. I think we should end the Fireplace Channel. I think it's served its purpose. What I also hate more than that is when people assume that they're not going to find the right kind of dog for them at the Humane Society. If you look back in history, ask your friends, maybe even ask your spouse, when you found the love of your life, were you really looking for the love of your life, or did they just happen to come into your life? It's not a forced love, it's a happy love. And when you come and tour the Humane Society, you run across so many animals, whether it's cats, whether it's dogs, kittens, puppies, they're all there. And one of them is ready to pick you. So, I had a friend tell me, well, does the Humane Society have this breed? And well, I don't know. You can go on their website and check. There's a waiting list you can put your name on, but better yet, just go see. Go down and look at the dogs and find the one that is going to make your home perfect and make them their forever home. That's kind of my thoughts for today. Deena, anything you'd like to jump in on that?
You know what? I think those are great thoughts, Mike. When I'm showing people the animals that are available for adoption, one of the questions I ask is, are you looking for anything specific? Mm-hmm. And they go, some are not. And I like the ones that are not because they're open to see which one actually picks them.
Right.
And, sometimes I've seen people come in and they say, I'm looking for a German Shepherd. They may leave with, let's just say, a poodle.
That was exactly what the person said to me. Hey, does the Humane Society have any German Shepherds? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but there's better dogs. There's other dogs that are ready for love.
Yes.
Not just a specific.
That's right. And a lot of times if people just take the time and spend some time with them once we get them outside of their kennel,
right,
and see what kind of a bond, and you look in their eyes, there's so many animals that you see their soul right there in their eyes. And that's one of the things I love about rescue that we do, and they're always, I watch some come in just shy and timid and they hide in the corner, and the amazing staff that we have and volunteers, yes. Before you know it, these dogs are out walking on a leash, and I'm like, hey, that is great, They're no longer afraid hiding in the corner. They're up at the front of the kennel going, hey, stop and see me, stop and see me, and it's always such a good, rewarding feeling taking them. It's that 4 parts that we believe they have. They have a body, a mind, a heart, and a soul.
Yes.
And when something's broken physically, we can see it, and we can fix that. When something's broken on the inside, you see it through their eyes, and you work on them that way. You work on gaining their trust and their love and letting them know that, they are still loved. I've watched some of the dogs coming into us lately, and I think sometimes when we get the problem animals, and it's really very hard for all of us because this animal has been through whatever.
Right.
And sometimes we can't help them. And that's what hurts, when we can't help them because they have been so traumatized by whatever, and to me, there's no bad dog, it's bad owners. But sometimes these owners can take a great dog and make them into something that is not adoptable anymore.
You were saying earlier that and we're not going to go into anything, but just describe to us how good intentions can go awry.
So, I've been at the shelter, it'll be 14 years in May, and I've learned so much and I've seen so much. We see things here that people don't believe that we have here, but we do. But what I was saying to you earlier, Mike, was there's a fine line, in my opinion, between rescue and hoarding. Hoarders don't start out to be hoarders.
Right.
I watched the demographics up here, and people are dropping off dogs. Stray dogs are running all the time. And so say I take it in, and pretty soon they have my number, and people just keep dropping and dropping. And I don't have the resources to spay and neuter them, vaccinate them. I barely am able to feed them. And they just keep multiplying, and they start fighting with each other, and I'm barely able to. And so good intentions start out that way, but it becomes a problem. And so I really want to encourage the community that if this is happening to you, talk to us. Talk to some of the animal resources that are available here on this mountain.
Right.
Don't keep every stray that comes along.
If the stray is brought to the Humane Society, then we can, as the society, and God bless Dr. Hauser, thank you for all you do, and
yes.
Our Paws Clinic staff, Lori, your awesomeness, and whoever's helping. Who else is helping her?
We have a volunteer over there, Annie.
Annie
is amazing.
Yay, thank you.
And then Deborah works over there also, and Debbie goes over and helps. And
so when a stray is brought in, it can be properly spayed or neutered, vaccinated, and, if you will, rehabilitated and brought back into dog society.
Absolutely.
And become a walking on a leash dog. So really, when you drop a stray off at somebody's house that accepts strays, you're sadly almost helping the problem.
Absolutely.
Because it wouldn't have taken much more just to drop it off correctly at the Humane Society, right. And then that dog would have been better off. The person you would have dropped it, who is now up to their heads and tails and cats.
Absolutely, cats and dogs.
It's just so much easier if it all just comes to the Humane Society. And now the Humane Society is going to get those animals one way or the other,
right.
Sadly.
Right, because...
And now they are in worse condition.
Right, they're in worse condition because there could be a court case, of the innocent person that started out to rescue this pet.
Right.
That ended up having, say, 50. And that's now a hoarding situation, And so they go to court through animal control or the city or whatever. They lose that, and we start getting them.
Right.
And we try our hardest. We actually just are starting a situation like that right now. And these animals, when you get that many, they can't be socialized, and you're not helping them. You may have those intentions, but you are actually harming them, because then they lose all faith in people.
Right.
So now we just got in several today, and our staff is going to start working with these, and hopefully, we'll be able to turn the ones that we got in today around to become great pets.
And I mean, not only is there the physical, the malnourishment, and those physical problems of those animals that are in that form of a
right.
situation, but now, I mean, this is extra work for the staff to have to take, not that extra time, but they're going to have to take more time out of their day to yes. focus to get these animals ready for their next forever home.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and because we are a small shelter, we don't have a behavior team, you know,
Right.
where like a lot of the big shelters are given that great skill of having a behavior team. We know what we need to do and we work on it, but we don't have a team that's just set up waiting for these to come in. So yeah, and like I say, I really and truly, I get how it can happen, but I'm really asking people, don't let it happen.
Right.
Don't let it happen, you know?
There's so many resources out there. If you or you know of somebody that is over their head, please reach out to the county, reach out to the Humane Society, and just help ask for advice. And we'll try and point you in the right direction to make sure that everybody comes out on top and happy. That's
Right.
what we really all want.
Right, right. You know, because if you love the animal enough to let it come to your house, love the next one even more to bring it to where it can get the help it needs.
That's right.
And you're not inundated with pets that pretty soon they're unwanted and they're a burden to you.
Well, so that was a little more of a serious note.
It was.
It was, and you know, but coming up here in just a little bit, we're going to talk about the excitement that we have planned for 2021.
We are.
We've got lots of stuff planned. We're going to start planning lots of stuff. We're going to talk about the dog house.
Yep.
And what that's got going on.
Yes.
So we've got lots of stuff coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple moments. And welcome back to Paw Prints on the Mountain, brought to you by the Humane Society of the White Mountains. I'm your host, Mike Bosley, and joining me is Deena Pace, the director of the Humane Society. So, 2021 is here, full force. We even got Valentine's Day this month, so lots of, we are in 2021.
We are.
We are in it. Now, I think we're doing Happy Tales, right?
We are planning Happy Tales. Yes,
That's
sir, we are.
right.
And it's going to be August 28th.
Mark, well, I know your calendars, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars, August 28th, Happy Tales 2021. After a long year break, we are going to get it, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great time. It always is a great time, and I think this year's going to be even better because we weren't able to do it last year.
Right.
So it'll be, it'll be like meeting up with your old friends again.
Exactly.
So we're very excited for it.
Very excited. Let's see. Now, it is February. It is Valentine's.
No chauffeur ball.
That's exactly right.
Yep, it's no chauffeur ball. Please look at your invitations, see what you can help us with. Any amount helps.
Yes.
You know, because again, we are self-supporting. We're not supported by any of the big animal.
So briefly, would you describe what a no chauffeur ball is, and who its creators and how it came to be? And actually, how it came to be is more fitting for 2021 than it was when it was created.
Absolutely.
So, ahead of his time, could you please tell us how this happened?
Yeah, so Michelle Carter over at High Five started this, and it comes out every year at Valentine's Day, and it's the cutest thing. Oh my goodness. There's an invitation and it's got some cats and dogs on it, and it says it is literally a no-show fur ball. So like say for $25 you can sit in your jammies and eat popcorn at home with your pet. You know, and it's different denominations, recommendations of what to donate. Just fill it out or do it on the internet, send it back in, and know that you're sitting at home during this no chauffeur ball in your jammies and enjoying life with your pet that hopefully was adopted from us.
I would love to see pictures. So if you are sending money, if you are going to the no chauffeur ball on your Instagram, on your Twitter, on your Facebook, whatever you do, hashtag HSWM no chauffeur ball. We would love to see the pictures of everybody out and about, inside and about.
That's awesome. That
Which
will
is
be great.
exactly
We'll look
what it is.
Yeah, we're excited to see those pictures.
So send us your pictures, and once again, you can just tag in the Humane Society or use that hashtag HSWM. No Show Furball. We'd love to see those pictures. And who knows, if you're looking really snazzy, we may talk to somebody on our Facebook page and maybe post some of these pictures.
Absolutely.
We'll
that
go
would
with
be
that.
awesome. I think that we would let all of us enjoy them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Instead of being out and about in our fancy duds, we'll be in and about, but still socializing.
Absolutely.
Now, that is a great fundraiser, and we are very excited about that. And now we're going to be excited about pictures. But there is a monumental day that happens at the very beginning of April. So take us there.
So I believe it's April 7th. It's the first Tuesday in April, and it's called Arizona Gives Day.
I love this day.
You know what? We love this day. And so what we do is it's a 24-hour giving.
Okay.
And it's online.
Right.
And we actually have someone that's willing to match the first $5,000 that we raise.
Love that.
Yeah, so you'll get stories, and watch our Facebook, watch our website. If you're not signed up for our emails, call and get signed up, because we will send you out stories and pictures of some of the amazing life-saving work that we have done in the last year. And we have a goal. We have a goal of $20,000 to make.
Now that sounds like a lot, but with this $5,000 donation match,
That's right.
and our history, you believe this is an attainable goal.
This is very doable. Our community is great. Our supporters are beyond wonderful people and believe in what we're doing.
Right.
And they want to help us to be able to continue to do this. And so there's also chances to win prize money, which we have won up to $2,500 by the amount of donations we have, or different email addresses. It's really fun. Keep an eye out on our Facebook and on our website and emails, because I'll start emailing out information on how to do this. And it's a very I lose sleep over this. The day of, because it runs till midnight that night. And so I lose a lot of sleep. And it hit me the other day when I was starting to plan some things on it, and I said, April 7th. That's the day my sister died at the age of 37 years old in 1996.
Wow.
And she died from cancer from being in Desert Storm. And I thought, you know what? That's got to be a great omen for these animals, because she was an animal lover.
Right.
And I thought this year is going to be better than the 20,000 that we've set a goal for.
Okay.
And I think that this community will help us get there.
I am very positive. Now, I hate to take some of the beautiful, amazing thunder that happens with Arizona Gives, but let's tell Bella's story anyways. Who cares? Let's tell Bella's story.
Okay.
Now, if you haven't followed Facebook, this is an amazing story. And if you, for some reason, you are going to be lucky enough to hear it right from Deena. The Facebook world will hear it during the Arizona Gives Day campaign. Yes. But please tell us this story.
Okay, so Bella is an AKC registered chocolate lab that was surrendered to us by her owners.
Okay.
Because Bella had a condition, they weren't sure what it was, but she had a growth on the inside of her thigh, and they said that it was going to keep growing back. So they could not afford the medical on her. Okay. So Bella came into us, big, happy, goofy chocolate lab.
I'm a lab lover.
I am too. And so we arranged surgery because this mass was growing and growing and growing. And we arranged surgery on Christmas Eve. Doc Helzer did the surgery.
Bless her heart, once again.
She removed 3¼ pounds of a mass off her thigh. Yeah, and we sent it in. We sent in 4 different big jars of pathology. The results came back that it is not cancer, but it is some kind of a hammer lymphoma, and there's very little information out on it, and it will keep reoccurring. And Bella, of course, was recovering from this, and she started, her legs started swelling, And so Debbie called Dr. Helzer and she goes, get her on some steroids. I'll see her, in the next day or two. Let me know if anything else develops in between. Well, when that was on a Sunday, and on Tuesday, I believe it was the 6th of January, Debbie called Doc Helzer and said, you're not going to believe this. And she goes, I can believe a lot of things that happen there. What's going on? And she goes, Bella's having babies. And Doc has never been as shocked because, first of all, had we known that she had been bred, because she never showed any signs of it, Mike.
Wow.
Never showed any signs of being pregnant. We never would have put her under for a 2-hour surgery and steroids.
Right.
So Doc's second question was, are they alive?
Right.
They are. 5 beautiful chocolate and yellow lab puppies.
Wow.
And so Bella has become a mother. And of course, immediately we took her off the steroids, got her on different antibiotics, did this, that, and the other. And we then had a call when hers were not quite a week old saying, we have orphan Chihuahua puppies. Their mother isn't coming back. And they were a week old.
Okay.
A week older than Bella's babies.
Right.
And so Bella has adopted them.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
It is, and it was like they said, someone took him home that night to feed one of our kennel techs, and I said, we got 2 wet mamas right now. Should we try them? So we tried them the next morning. She brought them back in, and Bella's like, give them here. Her paws just started pulling them. Give them here. And so we don't know what it's going to take for Bella to get better. We have a lot of different ideas running through our heads, and we've talked with actually an oncologist, even though this is not cancerous, to see what genetically, he does not believe that it's a genetic situation, but it doesn't hurt Bella. If it comes back, it doesn't hurt her. Our hopes is that once she's done raising her family and her adopted family, that when we are able to spay her, that maybe it'll slow things down.
Right.
So Bella will probably need a special home that will be able to afford the medical that she may need going forward. But, Mike, I see miracles happen day after day after day where we're at. And that is a miracle after a surgery and steroids to deliver 5 healthy puppies.
And so you said you believe that this condition is not genetic.
That's what the oncologist that we were in contact with just emailed yesterday and said we were right. There's very little information out on it, but he does not believe that it's genetic.
Okay.
We will find out.
That's very exciting.
So it is very exciting.
I don't think Adria is going to be excited to learn we're going to get a yellow lab soon.
Oh, are you on that list now, huh?
Maybe. Yes. Don't tell her.
No, she will never know.
We've got amazing things that go on there at the shelter, but there's an extension of the Humane Society that makes those things possible.
Our everyday fundraiser.
Right. Tell us about that.
Our everyday fundraiser is our doghouse thrift shop.
Okay.
And so by buying whatever, donating first is actually where it starts, is because of the people that donate to us.
Right.
And then the merchandise goes out on the floor and we sell it. And all that money comes over to the shelter. So at our doghouse, we're located over there at 3002 West White Mountain Boulevard, open Tuesday through Saturdays from 10 to 5. And we accept gently used donations those days till 4 o'clock. So over there, Les and his crew of little staff and volunteers are doing an amazing job.
Yes, they are.
You wouldn't even think that this is a thrift shop. This is more like a boutique, kind of.
Yes, it really is.
We have so many compliments. I'm so proud of the crew that we have over there. And, every dollar comes back to the shelter. That is our everyday fundraiser.
Right.
And Les is throwing sales out every day. He does something different. So, and when I'm over there, sometimes, I see the same people every day because they come in to see what's on sale today. And you don't know what's on sale until you go in there.
Right.
But I do know that everything's very reasonably priced, even if it's not on sale.
Right. I love that there literally is almost anything and everything there. If there's something odd that I need, and I know I'm not going to find it at the obvious places around town, I go check the doghouse because that's most likely where something or substitutable will be there.
Absolutely. And it's amazing the stuff that people in our community do donate to us. So often we get things that are brand new with tags still on it.
Right.
And things that sometimes you don't even know what you got. One day something was there and I was working and it was like, So I put it out on Facebook. Does anyone know what this is? And so one of our prior board presidents, Mark Sterling, came in and I go, hey, do you know what this is? And he goes, of course I know what it is. I'm the one that donated it. It was a press for cups to put writings on them.
Oh.
Yeah, so
there you go. So somebody was going to make their own.
Yeah, coffee cups or whatever, their own sayings on them and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
I was like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
So yes, you never know what you will find, including maybe a cup printing press.
Exactly.
Who knew?
Exactly. You know, I mean, they get craft stuff and everything in there. So clothes, crafts, books, I mean, you name it, outdoor stuff, things, ceiling fans, ceiling lights, doors, windows, you know, when people are redoing things.
That's right. It is almost springtime. Do some remodeling. Go see what they've got there at the Doghouse Thrift Shop.
Absolutely.
So I would like to remind everybody that we are always in the need for volunteers, and it could be there at the Doghouse, it could be there at the shelter, it could be one of many, many ways. So if you have the chance or you're looking to maybe donate some precious, valuable time, money, energy, whatever you have, the Humane Society would love to be the benefactor of it. So please contact us or the shelter, and of course reach out to Deena. Her email, what's your email?
Director at hswm.org.
And what's the phone number?
368-5295.
That will do it for this month. Thank you for joining us on Paw Prints on the Mountain. We'll see you next month with more news, new fun, and
maybe Bella's babies.
Maybe Bella's. Oh, that would be so cute.
They'll be old enough, maybe.
We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.